Hello and happy Wednesday. Hello. Happy Wednesday. Greetings. All right, we got 3. Welcome, everybody. I hope everybody is doing okay. We have Kathy, we have Teresa. Greetings. I hope you guys are well. We'll have to talk about how to cut an onion later. That's kind of an inside joke, but Teresa and Kathy both get it, I think. All right, so tonight I couldn't come up with any fantastic theme or description of this class. It's just kind of a back to basics. So maybe as we move through the poses tonight, we can take a little extra time to focus on alignment or really staying focused on your breath, maybe practicing that Ujjayi breath again. But yeah, I think it'll be a good class. So let's take a minute to get centered. Go ahead and get started here. So find an easy seated position. I don't think you'll need any props tonight either, unless you know you like blocks for forward folds and things like that. Yeah, lengthen the spine. Let the eyelids lower. Let the shoulders relax down away from the ears. Allow the focus to come to your breath, to this moment. With appreciation and gratitude for this opportunity to care for our minds, our bodies, our spirits. And also a way for us to share some community together during this time when we're physically distant, yet emotionally together. If you'd like to set an intention or a dedication or a mantra for your class tonight, go ahead and take a minute to do so. And let's take 4 rounds of 4-7-8 breathing, just to settle the nervous system, to continue to bring ourselves fully present right here, right now. Letting out the worries of the day or the week. Set them to the side. Remembering you'll be better equipped to deal with the challenges after taking some time to care for yourself. So go ahead and let all your air out. Inhale through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale out the mouth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale out the mouth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more rounds on your own. 4, 7, 8. When you're finished, just resume normal breathing. Holding close your intention or your mantra. And either blink open the eyes or leave them closed. We're going to take a side bend. So inhale the arms up by the ears. Exhale, right hand to the mat. Left arm reaches up over the ear. Left hip stays rooted to the earth as we draw that left shoulder back, bringing our focus and attention to the left side body. And breathing, slow, deep breaths. And inhale back through center. Exhale, side bend to the left. This time allowing the right hip to stay rooted. Right shoulder draws back so that we're not rounding into the back. We're really opening through the side body. Gently bring it back to center. Exhale, release both arms to the floor. Stretch the legs out in front. Hi, Sharon. Sharon saying hi to Teresa too. Bring the legs straight out in front. Maybe take your fluff away. Lengthen the spine. Relax the shoulders down. We're going to inhale both arms up by the ears while the shoulders stay relaxed down. So we're not hunching the shoulders up. They're down and relaxed. And we'll do a little twist flow here. Feet stay strongly flexed. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist left. Flow at your pace with your breath. Just warming up that spine. Loosening it up. Let's take one more to each side. Good. Relax the arms. Let's come on down to our back. And we're going to take mountain pose, which we normally do standing, but we're going to allow the floor to be a reference for us. So maybe the shoulders sort of tuck under a little bit. Imagine your feet are standing on the floor, so they're flexed, not too strong, but they're flexed. The hands are down by the hips, palms facing up. And I'd like to have you just really notice how your body feels with the floor as a reference and as a support, so that when we do mountain pose standing up in a little bit, you can try to mimic this. Good. Then we're going to come to upward hand pose on the floor. So inhale, both arms up by the ears. The palms are facing each other. And again, the shoulders are relaxed down. We're not hunching the shoulders up by the ears. Noticing how the back of your body feels here to compare with when we do this standing. And then we're going to flow, just bringing one knee into the chest at a time. So go ahead and take a breath in. Exhale, right knee into the chest. Inhale, extend the arms back up, send the right leg out. Exhale, left knee into the chest. Slow breaths. Inhale, arms up, legs out. Exhale, just alternate knee into chest. Again, moving with your breath. Special focus on connecting this movement with your breath. Nothing's happening fast here. There's no race, there's no competition. Go one more time to each side. Good, extend it all out. And then go ahead and hug both knees into the chest. And release, roll off to either side, and we're gonna meet up in table. And let's take a few rounds of cat-cow to finalize our movements of the spine. This is the last 2 ways our spine moves. We already twisted, we already side bend. Now we'll do flexion and inflection. So on an inhale, drop the belly, shoulder blades draw together, chin lifts but doesn't crank, and your belly stays engaged while you're doing cat-cow. Exhale, scoop out the belly, widen the shoulder blades, chin drops. Inhale for cat. And imagine the knees and the hands drawing together here. Exhale for cat. And imagine the hands and the knees pushing away from each other here. So just focus on sort of the mechanics of cat-cow, which tends to be one pose that we just kind of do mindlessly, but I invite you to really feel the flexion and inflection in the spine and how those subtle movements of drawing the hands and the knees together or away can kind of help you to feel that stretch a little bit more. One more. And then go ahead and lower the hips back to the heels. Stretch the arms out in front. This time, let's keep the arms sort of active. And you're kind of pressing down through your hands like your hands are on a scale and you're trying to make the number go up. Staying connected with those slow, deep breaths. Maybe practice your Ujjayi breath that we worked on last week. And on your next inhale, keep your hands where they are. Come on back up, tuck the toes under, and we're going to lift the hips up to downward facing dog. Take a minute to pedal out your feet, bending one knee at a time. Waking up the hammies, rooting down through the base of your pointer finger and your thumb to protect your wrists, maybe pressing down through the fingertips a little bit more, creating almost like a suction with your hands. And then slowly maybe allow both heels to melt down any amount, reaching the sit bones up towards the ceiling. Lots and lots of length in the spine. Good. Come on, back down. And we're going to take a little flow here. So let's come back to child's pose. Let your breath out. On an inhale, we're going to lift it up and come into cat pose. Exhale, cow. Inhale, tuck the toes, hips lift up to down dog. Exhale, back to a very brief child's pose. Inhale to cat or cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, downward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale and up to cat, cow. Good God. Exhale, cat. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, child's pose. 2 more on your own. Maybe you can figure out what cat and cow are, because I can't seem to do that tonight. Last one. Good. Come on, back up. And let's come on up to down dog, and we'll do a little down dog plank flow here. So allow yourself to settle into your down dog. Take a breath in, and on an exhale, lower the hips to come into plank. The knees can always come down if that feels better. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, plank. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, plank. 2 more. You got this. Good. Come on down onto the knees. We're going to come into a modified plank here. So the hips lower, so the core is still engaged. And we're going to work to keep the elbows as close into the body as we can as we lower to the earth in a chaturanga. So keep the elbows in, lower nice and slow, and try to get the whole body to touch your mat at the same time. Untuck your toes, press the tops of the feet into the mat. We do that to activate the legs to support the low back in Cobra. So go ahead and let your air out. And on an in-breath, with a light touch to the mat, lift the shoulders up to Cobra. And when you can't go anymore, that's when you use the hands to maybe come up a little bit more. Tops of the feet pushing into the floor. Exhale, lower it down. Let's take another Cobra. Push into the earth with the feet. Inhale. Lift it up, then push with the hands. Exhale, release it down. Tuck the toes under, come back up through table and hips up to down dog. Reach the sit bones up to the sky. And then nice and easy, walk the hands back towards the feet, bringing as much bend into the knees as you like for a forward fold. Let the head relax. Maybe nod the head yes, shake the head no to release the tension in the neck. And on your next inhale, we're going to halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold again. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Maybe not. Release the hands. Bring a nice bend into the knees. Draw the belly in. We're going to roll up nice and slow. Stacking one vertebrae on top of the next to come up to stand. And let's take 3 shoulder rolls backwards. So, as promised at the beginning of class when we were lying on our backs in mountain pose, let's see how it feels now standing. So the feet are about hip width distance apart. Shoulder blades are drawn together towards the spine. Palms face forward. Maybe the pelvis is tilted under just a little bit. Relax the shoulders. And notice how it feels vertical versus horizontal. And breathe. Good. Like we did on the mat, let's inhale both arms up by the ears. You can't see the tops of my arms. Good. Exhale. The hands come back to mountain. Inhale. Arms up. Keep the shoulders down. Exhale to mountain. 2 more times. Inhale to upward hand pose. Exhale to mountain. Inhale to upward hand pose. Exhale to mountain. Good. We're going to flow in and out of chair pose now. So we're going to take a breath in, and on an exhale, we're going to come into chair pose. Remember your options for the arms in chair. Hands can be on the hips, arms can reach straight out in front or up by the ears. Good. We're going to inhale it back up. Exhale to mountain. Inhale. Exhale your chair. Inhale. Release it. Chair. And release to mountain. 2 more times. Exhale to chair. Inhale. Rise it up. Exhale, release. Chair. And mountain. Let's do 1 more chair, and we're going to hold that one for a minute. So we want to try to make sure that our weight is balanced evenly between the heel and the toe mounds. So maybe kind of rock back and forth to find your center. And breathe. And go ahead and stand on up. And now we're going to do what we did on our back before, which is upward hand pose and hug the knee in. So this is going to be a little bit of a balance challenge as well to warm us up for a couple other balancing poses. So root down through the 4 corners of both feet. Find your drishti, your little spot to stare at that helps with balance and focus. Upward hand pose. Inhale the arms up by the ears. Exhale, right knee into the chest, any amount. Inhale, upward hand. Exhale, left knee. So we're balancing our attention and our body. Focusing on connecting this movement with our breath. Inhale as we rise, exhale as we hug. One more time to each side. Good. Come on, back. Release the arms back down to mountain pose. And more balancing here. So we're going to root down through the 4 corners of the left foot. Find your drishti. Go ahead and bring your hands to your hips. And we're going to lift that right knee straight out in front of us. Then the right hand is going to grab that right knee. And we're going to open that right knee out to the side. And breathe. Good. Inhale it back forward. Exhale it opens. Inhale forward. Last time. Exhale it open. Inhale it forward. Exhale, release. If your balance is really feeling off, you can always grab a chair to use during these balancing poses or a piece of furniture or something. Other side, root down through the four corners of the right foot. Hands to the hips, left knee lifts, left hand grabs that left knee and opens it out to the side. Good. Inhale, left knee forward. Exhale, it opens. Inhale it forward. Exhale, open. One more time. Inhale, forward. Exhale, open. I was much better on the other side. Exhale, release. It's not uncommon to find your balance is better on one side than the other. Shake it out. Like your hands are wet, loosen up those legs, maybe just jiggle them a little bit, because we got one more standing balance pose, our favorite tree pose. So again, we're rooting down through the four corners of that left foot. Find your drishti. You can start in kickstand, kick that right knee out to the side, calf, or thigh. No one tree is any better than the other. But once you're here in tree pose, what can also help with balance is pushing the knee into the leg into the knee to draw everything to the midline, the center of the body. Lengthens the spine. Maybe you find prayer pose or whatever you like to do with your arms. Freestyle. You do what you want. Call to mind your intention, your mantra, your dedication. Maybe the hands come back to the hips, and let's try to come out of it with control. Release the foot. Knee comes forward and relaxes down. Shake out that left leg. Other side. Root down through the four corners of the right foot. How many times am I going to say that tonight? Find your drishti. Kick that left knee out to the side. Kickstand. Calf or thigh. Freestyle with your arms. Whatever the spirit moves you to do with them. Embracing the wobbles, embracing the falling out. Remembering that everyone can fall out of tree pose because we're human, but we get back into tree pose when we're a yogi. Each time you wobble and fall out and get back in, you're building strength and balance. Leg into foot, foot into leg. Hands to hips. With control, release the foot, knee forward, and relax it down and shake it out. All right, why does my mat seem so crooked? All right, let's come to the top of the mat, do some warrior poses. So we're going to take a big step back with that left foot, setting up for warrior one. So that left foot is at a diagonal, heel to heel alignment, or you can go wider if that feels better for you. Hips are squared towards the front of your mat. Hands on the hips at first, and let's bend into that right knee. shooting for the knee to be directly over the ankle, but never beyond the ankle. The knees don't like that. And then inhale, both arms up by the ears if that feels good. Relax the shoulders down. Belly engaged. And breathing. And then let's open it up to warrior two. So you kind of pivot on that back foot a little bit to make it parallel with the short edge of your mat. Knee is still bent, the right knee. Arms extend out, gaze over those right fingertips. And we'll find a little flow here. So on an inhale, we're going to straighten the right leg, bring the arms up by the ears, and the gaze comes forward. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, rise it up, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend into warrior two. Inhale it up. 2 more times. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, rise it up. Exhale to warrior two. And breathe. Good. Bring the hands to the hips. And let's just switch sides this way so you'll be facing the back of your mat. So let's set up for warrior one on the left. So left toes are pointing towards the back of your mat. Right foot is at a diagonal, hips square towards the back of your mat. And bend into that left knee. And inhale the arms up by the ears, relax the shoulders, and breathe. Good. Pivot on that back foot. Heel to arch alignment. Now the hips are squared to the long edge of your mat. For warrior two on the left, gaze out over the left fingertips. Relax the shoulders. Strong core. Hand will flow. Inhale, left leg straightens, arm up. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale it up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale it up. Exhale. 2 more. And hold your warrior two. Good. Bring the hands to the hips. Straighten that left leg. Pivot on the left heel, setting up for a wide leg forward fold. Hands on the hips. Lengthen up out of the pelvis. Hinge at the waist. Keep lots of length in the spine so we're not rounding into the low back. And come to your edge. Hands can stay under the shoulders. Maybe the elbows bend. Maybe the crown of the head reaches towards the floor. And breathe. Relax. Enjoy the inversion. Come on, back up to a halfway lift, and we're going to walk the hands back towards the front of the mat. The hands frame that right foot, and we're going to push off those left toes to bring the left foot up by the right. And arms wide, flat back, all the way up. and hands to heart center. Let's take 4 sun salutation A. Just to build some heat here, flow a little bit. Inhale the arms up by the ears. Exhale, hinging at the waist. Lots of length in the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen the spine. Reach the crown of the head in front. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands. Step the feet back to your plank. Knees up or down. And make an effort to, as you lower, lift the backs of the legs up. And try to touch the whole body down at one time. Untuck the toes, press the tops of the feet into the mat. Remember our tips for Cobra. Inhale up to Cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale through table or plank. And the hips come up to down dog. 3 slow, deep breaths here. Focusing again on lifting those sit bones up to the ceiling as you allow the heels to melt down and pressing down through the tips of the fingers and the base of the thumb and pointer. On your next inhale, come up on your toes, gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms wide, flat back all the way up. And hands to heart center. 3 more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale through table or plank, hips up for 3 breaths in down dog. Inhale up on the toes, gaze between the hands, walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulder blades draw towards the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms wide, flat back all the way up. Hands to heart center. I'm going to stay quiet for the last 2, so enjoy it. Maybe focus on your Ujjayi breath. See if you can hear that audible Darth Vader breath. When you're finished with that last down dog, let's go ahead and come into child's pose. So after your 3 breaths, just lower the knees, untuck the toes, hips back to the heels, and this time just relax the arms up by the ears. Noticing if you've built a little heat, maybe the heart's beating a little faster, maybe the breath is a little heavier. Focus on those even inhales and exhales to regulate the breath. And gently walk yourself up. Go ahead and sit to either side of the feet. Bring the legs out in front. And let's keep the feet flat on the floor. A little core work on our way down. Reach the arms out in front. Keep the core long and strong. And lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow. Shoulders and head are the last thing to land. And let's take figure 4. So cross the right ankle over that left knee. Stay here and apply some gentle pressure away with that right knee. Or the right hand goes in between the legs and grabs behind the left thigh or the left shin. Right foot stays nice and flexed. As we draw the left knee towards the face and the right elbow guides the right knee away. Relax the jaw, relax the muscles of the face. Relax that space between your eyebrows. Breathing into that right hip. Come on out, uncross the legs, and we'll take it on the other side. So the left ankle crosses over the right ankle. Stay here with gentle pressure away with that left knee. Left foot is flexed, or reach through, interlace. Draw that right knee towards the face as the left elbow guides the left knee away. Flex the left foot, relax the shoulders, the neck, the jaw, and the face. Allowing your focus to land right in that left hip. Sometimes in these static poses that we hold, the mind has a desire to wander. That's another benefit of that Ujjayi breath, is it helps us to stay focused in the body throughout our practice. And release the pose. Hug both knees into the chest. Lift the forehead up to the knees. Relax the forehead back down. Arms extend out to the side. I know you think we're cooling down, which we kind of are, but we are still going to work a little bit more. Let the knees fall off to the right. Try to stack both knees on top of each other for a reclined twist with 2 bent knees. Let the gaze fall out over those left fingertips. Allow allow the left shoulder to melt down towards your mat. Draw the belly in and then lift both knees back up through center. And exhale, let both knees fall over to the left. Check those knees are stacked. Gaze out over the right fingertips, this time allowing the right shoulder to melt. And bring the right arm back up and over by the left, and we're just going to push up to a seated position. And we're going to do some boat pose. So, a little more core work. So knees are bent, feet are flat. We're going to lean back till we're feeling like we're a little bit more on our sacrum. Options are to support the backs of the thighs, bring the shins parallel to the floor, relax the shoulders down. Knees are together. If it feels okay, release the back of the legs. Use your love shooter here, so point your fingers forward. Inhale the arms up by the ears. Exhale, they come down to the side, the right side of the legs. Exhale to the left side of the legs. Two more. Inhale it up. Exhale, slice it to the right. Exhale, slice it to the left. Inhale it up. I don't know, did I say two more or one more? I don't know. One more. Good. Come on back up. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall out for cobbler pose or butterfly. Lengthen the spine. And find any kind of forward fold in cobbler pose that feels good to you. Let everything relax. Let the head hang heavy. Come on, back up. Cross the legs. Come forward to table. We're going to take one last child's pose. This time, I'd like for you to bring the hands back by the feet with the palms facing up. Forehead rests on a pillow or a block or the earth. And breathe. Gently come on up. Sit to the side of your feet. Swing the legs around. Again, a little more core work. We're going to lower down like we did before. One vertebrae at a time. Really bringing your attention to that strong core. And relax it down. Setting up for bridge pose, so bring the heels close into your tushy. Hands are down by the heels. Tilt the pelvis under. Push into the earth with the heels to rise the hips up for bridge pose. So one thing that can really protect your low back and also stabilize this pose is to imagine isometrically, kind of like you're dragging your heels towards your hands and your knees away from the body. Do you feel that? Do you notice that? How that stabilizes and strengthens this pose? Option to stay here or interlace the fingers under the spine and kind of walk the shoulders under. And if you're doing that, then you can kind of press down also with your arms and your hands into the mat. But keep that intention of drawing the heels towards the hands and the knees away from the body. To keep the legs strong and active here. Keep breathing. Focus on your intention. If the fingers are interlaced, go ahead and release. Widen the shoulder blades. Again, we're tucking the pelvis under and trying to roll down one vertebrae at a time. Sacrum is the last to land. And our last pose of the evening, our second to last, Shavasana is our last pose. We'll take Happy Baby. So knees bend, feet up towards the ceiling. Options here to grab behind the thigh, the calf, the ankle, the feet. You do what works. And then I want you to reach your spine, your tailbone actually, towards the front of your mat to bring that little bit of arch into the low back, into the lumbar spine. That's the natural curve that our low spine likes. Relax the muscles in the neck, in the face again. I always like to rock in Happy Baby, so if you like to rock too, just take a little gentle side to side. And then settle back into stillness. And then release the legs, the feet, stretch the legs out. Make any wiggles, movements, or adjustments before you settle into the stillness of corpse pose. Take a minute to scan the body and notice if you're still holding any tension anywhere. If so, direct the breath to those places. Allow the gaze to lower or the eyes to close. Reaping the benefits of this practice. And I have a short reading. Sawabana. Sawabana, this is a traditional greeting for tribes in northern Natal in South Africa. And anytime they see a friend, family member, visitor, or stranger, they welcome that person with the word Sawabana. The friend, family member, visitor, or stranger then replies with Sikana. Sikana translates as I see you. I think I messed that up. Sawabana translates as I see you, and Sikana means I'm here. All right, so Sawabana translates to I see you, which is the greeting, and then the person being greeted responds with Sikana, which means I'm here. And I love that greeting. To me, that is the heart of connection. Looking at each other fully, not turning away, not ignoring or judging, not holding back or hiding. I see you. I'm here. With those words, you immediately feel embraced, welcomed, accepted. What a difference such a greeting might make for us all. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Invite some movement to the fingers and to the toes. And reach the arms up by the ears, the legs straight out in front. Give yourself a big stretch in both directions. Reach. And then let the arms relax to the earth. Bend the knees or hug the knees in. Roll off to either side. Allowing the head to rest on the arm. To savor a few breaths here in the space between. The gaze lowered or the eyes closed, go ahead and push into the earth with your hands to bring yourself up to an easy seated position. And once there, we'll press the palms together in front of our heart center as our symbol of closing this sacred time we shared together and created for ourselves. Savabhana. I see you. And I'm imagining you all responding with Sakana, meaning I'm here. My soul honors your soul. I commend the place in you where the Spirit resides. I admire the place in you that is of love, light, truth, and peace, because it's also within me. And in sharing these things, we are united. We are one. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you're feeling okay. And I will see you next Wednesday. Take care, everybody. Namaste.